Well, hi again. I'm Sue Krotbauer, for those of you that don't know it, and I'm passionate about reinventing midlife. I help super busy midlife, mid-career, 30 to 50 somethings that feel stuck in a rut, completely unsatisfied and uninspired where their life is headed. As a mentor for midtrepreneurs, I help you take a close look at how your thinking is going and how it's impacting your life. My weekly musings on midlife perspectives are meant to, in some small way help you gain some insight into the life, business, or career you have always been dreaming about. So, fixed, mired, stymied, baffled, cement shoes, stranded, marooned. If you do a search for words that are synonyms for stuck, those are just a few of the ones you'll find. Stick, stuck, stuckness. Well, the term stuckness is not actually listed in the dictionary or in the thesaurus, but it is very much a real part of our life experience. At some point in our lives, we've all felt like we just can't make progress. We know there's something that we can do to change our current situation. It's just there, beyond the stuckness. But for whatever reason, we feel trapped in sludge. 2 weeks ago, we tackled some of the ways we should on ourselves. Last week, I talked about ignoring the fact you're uncomfortable with change and taking baby steps to start moving forward. Eating the proverbial elephant in the room, a bite at a time. For the next few segments, I'm going to tackle some of the signs and symptoms of stuckness. What stuck looks like, the systems thinking around the state of stuckness, and some ideas on how to take a virtual crowbar to being stuck in the meh. Meh. I think it's meh, M-E-H, meh. Sometimes there's no looming deadline that's going to fire us up and get us moving. Our situation is, not intolerable. We're not miserable enough to change, but we're not really happy or fulfilled either. We feel meh. In terms of motivation, the state of meh can be the most dangerous place to be. Often our meh feelings are masking more difficult emotions such as fear or anxiety, and we distract ourselves with work, others, and the everyday routine to avoid the unsettling prospect of change. So, just how stuck in the meh are you? Be honest. How is it really going? Stuck? Maybe it's only been for a day. Or a week. Okay, a month. Grab your pen and a piece of paper and prepare to write down some thoughts about your meh systems. Now I want you to be open and truthful and write them down in full-blown ugly glory. What you're feeling, why you're stuck, and why it seems you can't get out of the sludge of meh. After all, no one's reading your answers, and the person that benefits from this most honesty is you. So, if you find you're just staring at a blank page, okay, even stuck with this, are you? Then here's a few questions that just might take a crowbar and help you get things flowing. Are you stuck on something? With something? In something? Who? With someone? Describe the nature of being stuck and about how long you've been feeling, meh. What are you trying to achieve? Be sure not to just focus on the end goal. Think about your values. Have you already tried to get unstuck? Are you afraid to admit you're stuck? Sometimes we'll do anything but the thing that will make a difference in our lives. We might blame lack of self-control, laziness, poor time management, lack of motivation, or a need for instant gratification. However, as we talked about last week, persistent procrastination is actually a form of avoidance. Change can make us feel anxious, so we do something more pleasurable or less scary to make us feel better. In reality, mindset and change is not easy or a clear-cut process. Change can be a pretty messy affair that looks and feels more like this. You may think about making a change, decide to do it, then don't do it. Then try somewhat to do it. Think about it some more. Go on a vacation. Watch a TED Talk or a YouTuber. And get inspired and jump straight into it without thinking it through. And then feel stuck and frustrated that it's not working the way we thought it would and decide we need some time to think about it some more later. Life gets in the way of our plans, and we are not always, more often than not, logical and linear thinkers. Remember the monkey brain syndrome I talked about from my earlier should show? Feeling ambivalent is normal when we want to change, but when ambivalence lingers and lingers, it can feel as if we are stuck on a merry-go-round. We're moving around, but we're not actually going anywhere. Okay, grab that piece of paper where you wrote down all those thoughts from earlier. You had some time to think about your meh, and you've taken an important first step. You started to admit you just might really be stuck. Really stuck. So, what do you do with that admission? How do you cut through the fog, the BS, the loss of optimism that comes from hitting a wall? How can you move forward when everything seems to be stuck, or worse, it's heading in reverse? Well, you got to learn how to fix the system, not just the symptom. In my mentoring experience, midlife or mid-career clients who have felt completely stuck in a rut need to diagnose why they're stuck. Physician, heal thyself. Like great doctors, they look at the symptoms to determine what's ailing their mojo, undermining their confidence, and holding them back. We examine the entire life system. They get unstuck by rejuvenating different parts of their family, personal and professional. This process is about looking at your life, your goals, your passions as a living organism, the beast, friendly, fuzzy, or formidable, that needs to be fed and inspired and protected and nourished. To make a healthy life, you have to put its fundamental systems into balance so the parts are working with each other rather than against each other. Lives that are out of balance become stuck, unable to move forward. What's more, Darwin might have argued these individuals remain stuck because they're sort of dead inside. Now you know a little bit about how folks get unstuck, and you're probably ready to charge ahead. But before you do, it's smart to learn a little more about systems thinking. My degree is in family social science, with an emphasis in systems thinking and resiliency from the University of Minnesota. I have to slip this in. Go Gophers! But the basis of that thinking centers around the fact that change cannot occur in a vacuum. A person is impacted by their environment, their friends, their family, their mode of thinking, and the systems that they live in. And this modality, this systems thinking, works exceptionally well when tackling midlife or mid-career stuckness, because getting unstuck is not merely the act of treating the symptom, but rather of getting close to the root cause. Or even better, it's about trying to fix or make healthy the whole system comprising your life, your family, your mindset, your work, your dreams, and your goals. To become more effective, you must master ways to help get your system back into balance. I'll be sharing more about how to apply systems thinking to kickstarting your comeback in the upcoming weeks. But I've also discovered 3 types of personalities and traits that are most likely to get stuck. Are you one of them? You can take my short quiz. It's only, about 2-3 minutes tops, and discover what traits you might have that could exacerbate the potential for becoming stuck. If that sounds interesting, send me a DM and I'll get your hands on that quiz. So, wishing you a great weekend, and I hopefully will see you next Friday. Ciao.